It's Nikki, baby. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Edziiba Nicole. It's been a long minute, I know. I'm gonna have a life update to inform you. As you can see, new background, new surroundings. Your girl moved out, okay? I'm not living at home anymore. Today I have a very important topic to talk about, which is about gaining your freedom from your African parents or your Asian parents or your strict parents, Caribbean. I mean, I know where you're from, you know what I'm saying? Whatever type of strict parents you have, this video is for you because baby girl, baby boy, I was in the same boat. And don't worry about my nails. Don't worry about that. Focus on my face. I was in the same boat, you know, strict parents, you can't go out, all of this type of stuff. No sleepovers, no late nights. Bruh. It was just very not me. And I feel like, you know, I'm in a place now, my parents that are so calm. And it's crazy because when I was younger, my parents were so strict. But it's like now, well, obviously I don't live at home anymore. But when I was living at home, I was able to go out. I used to come home from clubbing 7 AM in the AMs. You know what I'm saying? Have friends over, getting lit, these type of things. But it took a lot of work. It took a lot of work to get there. It didn't happen overnight. It was a process. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about that process. Whilst I straighten my new wig. I'm going to lazy straighten this, by the way. It's nothing, you know, proper. Anyway, let's get into the video. So, I've got a few notes here because it's very important. This topic is very important. Firstly speaking, if you're over the age of 18, then what I'm going to say in this video applies to you. If you were below the age of 18, unfortunately, baby girl, baby boy, you might have to just ride it out. In the African household, 18 doesn't matter. You know, in British households, you're now grown, you're an adult. In African household, 18 is just a number. Like, it doesn't signify anything. And, you know, I remember when I was 18, I decided with one of my friends, we said we're going clubbing. We said we don't give a heck what our parents say. We are going clubbing.
I don't give a heck. Hey. I'm going out. Hey. I am going out. Hey. I don't care what people say. Hey.
So we went and did makeup. When I did makeup, when I did hair, we went and bought a bottle. Back then, I didn't know how to drink spirits, so I went and bought red wine. Yeah, I had to mix the red wine with juice. Can you imagine? Anyway, you know, we've gonna show our ID, enter the club, feeling somewhere, and I'm saying, bear in mind, we probably got to this motive when the doors opened, right? Oh, by the way, I'm just using heat protectant. Yeah, they've got to be heat protectant. So yeah, it's probably like 11 o'clock by the time we get to this club, right? And I'm getting a call from my mum saying, are you on your way home? I said, mother, I've only just reached the venue. She said, Nicole, be making your way home. I said, what? Some of you may be thinking, oh, your parents aren't that strict if they let you go clubbing. Let me tell you the pattern. My dad was the stricter one when I was growing up. He was in Ghana. So I utilized that opportunity to go clubbing and do some, you know, enjoyment. And I thought my mum would be calm. I thought my mum would be... These aren't even on. Right. It wasn't until uni, when I left for uni, that I really had freedom. But the big thing for me is when I came back home from uni, after all of that freedom, to now come back to being in a strict household from uni and all of that freedom, it was so hard for me to adjust. Really and truly, the only way you're gonna gain your freedom from your strict African parents is if you start to talk, okay? You need to show them enough is enough. At the end of the day, you need to acknowledge that your parents love you and everything they do is out of love. You see what I mean? Well, most parents, you know, I can't speak for everybody, but yeah, like most things your parents do is out of love, but it's like, it's out of how they think is best to kind of love you. And a lot of the time, it's not the best way. And as I've gotten older, what I've realized is only you know what is really right for you. No one can tell you what is right for you. And another thing is, freedom is your birthright. When you get to an old enough age, you are meant to choose what you do. And a lot of the time, people's parents still have that hold on them. So it's like their parents are living through the children, but the children need to live their own lives. Do you get what I mean? And I can only speak for an African household because I'm African, but it's like, in an African household, yeah, the way you show respect is by not voicing your opinions or how you feel in situations, because that's disrespectful, because they call it talking back. At the end of the day, if you want to gain freedom, you're gonna have to learn how to talk, innit? Obviously you have to talk to your parents with respect, but like I said, if you're over the age of 18, it's time for you to speak up. It's time for you to stand up for your rights. I wanted to make a little comparison, right? Because I watch a lot of David Attenborough, Planet Earth, those type of things, yeah? When the tigers, or is it lion, or is it jaguar, or is it cheetah? I don't know. But baby girl, let me tell you something. When the animals have their pikin, their children, their cubs, whatever you want to call it, yeah? After a certain amount of time, the mum just goes. The mum just disappears. She just says bye and she's gone. She's gonna go do her thing. And she leaves her children, small pikin, to live their life. You are born alone. Therefore, your parents are here to give you the best start in life so that you can do whatever needs to be done. But at the end of the day, your parents, when you turn adult, their job is done. But a lot of parents, especially African parents, they like to work overtime. My parents was born in the 60s, bruv. In the 60s, you couldn't even say that's sexy. Back then, they didn't even use such vocabulary. It was offensive. Back when my parents was growing up, they didn't even show kissing on TV. It was rude. It was offensive, right? I grew up in the 2000s, early 2010s, that type of things. I'm not of the same generation, so my parents can't expect me to hold the same values or, you know, have the same ideologies as they do, because we were born in completely different times and in completely different places. Do you get what I mean? So when I deep it, yeah, like I think about some of the stuff that, you know, I endured as a child, and I know that at the end of the day, my parents did it out of love, but some certain things, you know, is not, if I don't do it your way, I'm not gonna die. So how did you gain your freedom, Nicole, you may ask? Cool. Guys, by the way, I can't be bothered to straighten this hair properly. I'm just gonna do a lazy distance. So in order to gain your freedom, you have to go against the pattern. In order to gain your freedom, you have to have your voice. You have to have your say. In order to gain your freedom, you have to do what your parents don't expect. Okay? And I'm not saying disrespect your parents. I'm not encouraging that. But I'm just saying, say for example, it's your friend's birthday, you're of age, you got your own money. That's a very important thing as well. If you're asking for your parents for money to go out, you have lost already. Stay at home. That's not good. If you're 21 and you have your own sika money, cash dollars, you have your own money and your parents are telling you can't go out. What? Come on, that doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Why can't I go out? Why can't I go out? I've washed the dishes. I've swept the floor. You know when you're about to go out and then they come and tell you, yeah, you haven't done this, you haven't done. I've washed the dishes, I've swept the floor, I've washed the meat, I've cut the onion, I went shopping, I did this, I've done everything. Why can't I go out? If you ask your parents why, I bet you they don't even have an answer. They'll probably tell you something like, oh, did you not see people are getting kidnapped on the news? Okay, I hear that. But, you know, I can't stay locked in the house forever. What kind of prison is this? I need to do prison break then. Because I can't be living like this. This is not fair. Really and truly, it took a lot of, I don't want to say disrespecting my parents, but they will probably call it disrespecting, because obviously I didn't do what they said I should do. For example, come home at 10. Man will come home at 2 AM. You'll be belling off my line, phones on D&D, baby. You can't get free to me. Some days you just have to ignore them calls. I know you'll be getting all freaking out and stuff like that, but sometimes you actually have to ignore the calls. Sometimes you have to ignore the text. Like, I'm not teaching you to be disrespectful to your parents, but at the end of the day, like I said, freedom is your birthright. You know, our parents have gone through stuff, and I feel like a lot of the time, if our parents were open with us about their experiences, maybe we will have an understanding as to why they're like the way that they are. But a lot of the time they don't want to tell you what they've seen or what they've experienced. They'll just tell you, no, don't. But tell me what you've been through so we can gist. Do you know what I mean? Like, tell me why. Don't just tell me no. So it's like, you know, your parents are trying to keep you away from harm, and you know, we love them for that, we respect them for that, but at the end of the day, you have to make your own mistakes. That's the only way you're gonna grow in this life. That's the only way you're gonna grow. Failure is so important. As much as it's not desirable, you need to fail in order to learn your life lessons. If you never fail because you've always been protected from failure, you won't know what the next person knows. Do you get what I mean? You need to be confident in your decisions, and I feel like this will come as you get older, as you learn more about yourself. You will know what you are about. I don't want to upset my parents, but at the end of the day, if I keep doing what my parents are saying and is upsetting me, at the end of the day, I've lost. If I go and study law when I wanted to do art, at the end of the day, I have lost. My parents haven't lost anything. They're living their life. You always have to do what is right for you, because at the end of the day, you are the one that's going to be left alone with your thoughts. Do you get what I mean? You are the one who's going to be depressed if you're doing something you didn't want to do just because you wanted to make your mum or your dad happy. And at the end of the day, I feel like our parents want us to be happy. So sometimes you have to go against the grain to do what is right for you, and in the end you'll see they'll be smiling. Think about how many rappers, yeah, are out there right now popping on the charts, $1 million in the bank account. When they told their mom, I'm coming to do pum 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 ching ching ching, pum 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 ching 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 on the beat, the mom must have said, you must be silly, go and study to be a doctor. That one is guaranteed. They said, Mom, I'm gonna be a rapper. Mom said, don't be silly, rapping, it won't pay you anything. Now they're millionaire. Come and see mom, she's holding Louis V bag. Mom is holding Gucci. Daddy is wearing Rolex because his son has made it, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't support the son when the son told him, Dad, I want to be doing rapping. The dad told him, go and study law, go and study medicine. This is, you know, and because that person listened to themselves and didn't allow any voices to sway their decision, they have made it and they're successful. And now the same parent who told them, don't do this, is not going to do anything for you. The same parent that they had to go against whatever they said in order to pursue their dream. The same parents they essentially had to disrespect in order to do what is right by them, is the same parent enjoying what they now have. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I said, your parents love you and they want the best for you, and they're doing what they think is right to support you, but it doesn't mean that is what is right for you, because like I said, and I've been saying throughout this video, only you know what is right for you. So I just urge you and I beg you in the name of Christ, go out and chase your dreams. Claim your freedom, because freedom is your birthright. Anyway guys, please subscribe to my channel. I'm not your conventional YouTuber, but I do put out uploads as and when I can. I do have a life update coming after this video, so please stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications, and like this video if you found it helpful. And if you have any video ideas or recommendations, leave them down in the comment section below and I'm gonna be at y'all. Okay, so have a lovely evening, have a lovely morning, have a lovely afternoon. Whenever you're catching this video, have a good time. I like you a lot. Like the video a lot. Okay, such yes type of things. Okay, bye.